Well, we've made it here, Phish fans. The final show of the year and then the first set of the new year. We're going to start here with the second set tonight because that's where I started out. You know, I didn't know if I'd make it to this point when the Buckeyes were going down tonight. It was a slow, torturous loss, but here we are. About the time the second set was starting, that game was pretty much over. So I hit mute on the game, fired up 2001. Things got going quickly, though. I pulled out of my middle slump there real fast with 2001 and Carini. Mike and Paige trying to funk up Carini a little bit, not allowing Carini to get all dark and deep. So, right off the bat right there, we got an look. And 2001, of course, is going to get I don't know if you consider this a smiley face emoji or not, but being recognized, of course. But then Carini with the big funk jam. And then they're not stopping at all, man. Going right into twist, keeping it hot. They start to go with Piper, and then I don't know what the deal is. Maybe somebody give Trey or Fishman a little note like, hey, man, the Buckeyes just got their ass kicked. In fact, they got their ass handed to them by Clemson. So Piper, we get a little Piper tease into ass handed. Then we get the Piper jam. It really gets going. The Buckeye jam is what I deemed it at this point. Even a little sad. It was like, hey, wow, they really did get their ass handed to them. So it's at some point during the Buckeye jam, Mike goes over and he joins Paige. Well, what do you think Trey did? Yeah, you guessed it. You know what Trey did. But that jam was still nice. This jam was awesome. This jam was awesome. You think Sand's going to let us down at this point? Of course it's not. Straight cash, homie. Sand all day again. Maybe one of the, perhaps the best. I don't know. Tough to decide. Then we get Slave to the traffic light. Not that it's going to be all about the jam and Slave. But then we get more. I got yelled at on Twitter. But several people yelled at me as soon as they went into more, I guess. Hey, look, not my jinx stuffs last night. They were going to do it regardless. But we get the more jinx right there. For me, in the future, the set's going to end right there. That was Slave to the traffic light. F-Zappa 20, you might see there. Then we start the third set, the New Year's Eve set, I guess we'll call it. We got everything going on. We got we got Jen and Natalie and James out there from Tab. This Andres Ferrero character on percussion. We got some dancers. We got stuff falling from the ceiling. We got umbrellas. We got Petrichor, as Trey would say. I'm not going to disagree with Trey, but so we're going with Petrichor, I guess. So that's how it starts, and then we get the New Year's Eve song. Just as this, I feel like they might have botched it by a minute or so. That's not easy to pull off, I guess. If you're off by 30 seconds to a minute, I'll forgive you. We're raining cats and dogs at this point. There was more dancers out there that, I don't know. It felt like they were wearing waterproof clothing. It was, we're out of control for New Year's Eve. Stuff's just falling everywhere. The band was just about neck deep in inflatable cats and dogs, ripping through Suzy Greenberg, just full-blown New Year's Eve Madison Square Garden party at that point. Yep, the marker's failing me. What do you know? Then we start to calm down a little bit, like, all right, let's finish the show. We got us a nice, party there with Suzy and all the shenanigans going on here with this. The horns are going to stick around, though. Yeah, I was hoping they would stick around for the whole set. So if you got horns, you're going to get a Suzy. No Men in No Man's Land. All right, now then it turns into a big boat set. Except we had the Petrichor opener, then big boat, then big boat, then big boat. What is, okay, big boat. No Men in No Man's Land. Didn't even necessarily have the jam. So then we get, tide turn. You like how I put this in blue? The tide turns and the Petrichor representing the color of water, even though water's not even blue. That's what I was doing. In fact, we're saved with the 555. The mics. I was early. When I saw this show up on the set list. I was peeking on the set list during the Buckeyes game. I was thinking, they're going to get out of here with no 555, but no, not a D. Probably my favorite part of the third set with the horns and old dude over there on percussion. Ocelot coming, Paige thanks his tech. I guess 22 years or something working with Paige. He's had enough of Mr. McConnell. He's moving on to better things. And then we get the first tube ending the set, you got your zero, your more, and your first tube. What do you know? If those aren't three chomper anthems, I don't know what it is. We got the Loving Cup here, went purple and orange. Respect to the Clemson fans, if there's any out there watching this. So, that does it. Happy New Year from F-Zappa 20 and the Phish. All right, guys. The picture will be, the poster here, the set list poster will be on Instagram if you're upset with the marker action again tonight. Try to get some new markers before Mexico. Bravo, Phish. It was a nice 4-night run at Madison Square Garden. Boom. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy New Year. Thanks a lot, Clemson. Whoa, bud. Where are we going? We're not going anywhere, man. We got a whole set to go here. Well, I don't know what I was thinking, you know, kind of farmed it here starting with the second set. But yeah, we got the acapella opener. Nice. Okay, all 4 nights we got it. Tonight, don't Bogart that joint. You know, a nice way to start things out. My pet cat, or your pet cat. Yeah, it's your pet cat. Kill Devil Fall, then back on the train. You know, standard first set Phish. Phish rocker right there, getting it done. This is my soul, getting you dancing, you know. Lawn Boy, Trey commenting on the extra stage space, you know, I guess setting up for the New Year's Eve thing. He comes out, talks a little bit about Mike, blah, blah, blah. Trey talking. Anyhow, they had a bunch of extra room at the front of the stage. Paige gets up there, does Lawn Boy, walks around, even invites Mike out for a little Mike showing off time. Then we get Divided Sky. Of course, people go absolutely bananas during the pause. You get Trey there. Well, you know, Trey doing his thing where he's just sitting back with his eyes closed. What's Trey thinking about right then? Then YaMar. Although I was momentarily a little bummed because I thought I wasn't going to get my 555. Everything worked out all right. YaMar was nice. Nice, pleasant surprise right there. I'm going to tell you right now. If I'm not live on a webcast, we are skipping character 0. Let me guess. High energy. Trey ripped a solo. Am I wrong? That's pretty much what I figured. Hey, look, man. Walls of the Cave's next. I knew Walls of the Cave was next. I was like, I'll get my energy from Walls of the Cave. All right, I'll stick it out for Walls. I will not stick it out for 0. So there you have it. We went back and we finished the first set. You know, it felt bizarre going second, third, then first. About as bizarre as this recap probably felt. All right, guys. I already said the goodbyes earlier. We don't have to do it now. Boom.